This is high school basketball.
Here comes Potter. 3, 2. He's got to get it off. I don't know if he's got it off. He got it.
It'll end up right back into Dixon's hand. Dixon will find Martin on the three-point line, and Martin will hit it and tie the game. Adam Reek for the coach of Blue Ridge trying to pump up his team as they trail by 11.
And with 3 minutes left here in the first, Snowflake's got a 1-point lead and the basketball. Crosby knocks down a 3.
High school basketball is presented by Show Low Ford on iTalk 1067 and online at iTalk1067.com. Produced by White Mountain Youth Productions in cooperation with iTalk 1067 FM. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Beeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. And now, Show Low Ford presents high school basketball.
Now we welcome our TV audience as well. It's Camden Smith along with Ron Everingham tonight to bring you live second round coverage of the 2016-17 state tournament here. This game features the Winslow Bulldogs and the Show Low Cougars. These two teams are no strangers. Ron, this is a game that you don't want to see this early in the playoffs because you've had such heated battles during the season.
Yeah, three in-season matchups where the Show Low Cougars have been taking advantage of the Winslow Bulldogs, all but one in one matchup. So should be interesting. I guess that comes tournament time. It's just how it works out.
Time now for our Ace Hardware key players of the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, now with a 24/7 locksmith. Next time you're locked out of your car, just need a key replaced, you can contact the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Show Low, and Heber Overguard. And don't forget that their mobile unit will come to you. They'll actually bring that mobile unit out to you. All you got to do is give them a call, and they will be Johnny on the spot. So we take a look for the Show Low Cougars tonight. Rhett Reisdorf leads the team in scoring with 15 points, also 7 rebounds and 3 steals. The 6'3 seniors should be big tonight. Jacob Tate, the 6'3 senior, averaging 9 points per game, 7 rebounds, along with Xavier Vargas. 8 points, 6 assists from Vargas. The 6-foot senior does a great job of distributing the rock, and we'll look to him to have a good game. Also, Garrett Wynn, a 6'5 junior, averaging 8 points per game and 8 rebounds. And we're going to honor America in the singing of our national anthem. We'll step away. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley as we get set for the starting lineups tonight. We continue our Ace Hardware key players of the game, brought to you by the Ace Hardware of the White Mountains. Again, with a 24/7 locksmith. Locked out of your car, need a key made, their mobile unit will come to you. That's the Ace Hardware in Pine Top, Show Low, and Heber Overguard. And for the Winslow Bulldogs, it's Treshawn Cly is a guy that well, two guys, first of all, we'll talk about their top scorers. And these guys are two guys that are 0.2 of a point away from each other in total scoring. Leading the team in scoring for the Bulldogs is Ricardo Villanueva, the 5'11 junior. He averages 13.9 points per game. And then Rory Billy, the 5'11 senior who averages 13.7 points per game. As I mentioned, just 0.2 of a point separating them. And then the next two scorers on the team are pretty close as well, each averaging 12 points per game, and that's Treshawn Cly and Darius James. Cly is a 5'10 senior and James a 5'7 sophomore. So the future of the Winslow Bulldogs team is bright, as they've got some great youngsters coming up through the program as well. But four different players averaging in double figures is a pretty good sign that the Winslow Bulldogs is a solid team, and we've seen it throughout the season as they have played the big schools very tough, including the Blue Ridge Yellow Jackets, which they took the Jackets into an overtime finish and ended up losing in that one. But it was a game that featured over 200 points between the two teams. So prolific scorers here tonight. The Show Low Cougars, I'm sure, are going to want to try to slow things up and keep the Winslow Bulldogs to a half-court game.
Yeah, talking to Coach Thacker before the game, I asked him what the difference is when they beat Winslow compared to when they lose to Winslow, and that was simply that they want to play a half-court game, that if it becomes a high press, high possession game, he doesn't like their chances as much if they keep it in the half court.
Well, time now for our Summit Regional Medical Center injury report. And no injuries to report on either side of the ball, and so that's good news for both of these players as the Winslow Bulldogs will win the opening tip, and we're underway here in round 2 of the 2017 state playoffs. And a quick bucket made down low.
Number 40,
that's
going to be Ricardo
Villanueva. Yeah, he gets the first bucket of the night for the Bulldogs.
Nice dish down low.
And the Cougars going to work the perimeter here. Set in their half-court offense, down 2-0 in the opening paragraph of this contest. We welcome aboard our TV side of things, as those of you who are watching on cable channel 56 or on our live stream at italk1067.com. This game is streamed live here tonight and on demand. You can catch this game later on as well. Tell your friends and family all about it. It's at italk1067.com. That's italk1067.com. Cougars miss on their end. Bulldogs with the basketball now. Drive down the right side of the lane, off the window, score it up and in, and right away Tapaha making his presence known at the high post.
Winslow comes out hot with a couple buckets, and Show Low on the transition actually having a turnover, a non-forced turnover, which is not great for the Cougars.
Williams hands it off up top for Jacob Tate, the 6'3 senior. Don't forget, when it comes time to kick off your college education, choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona. That's Northland Pioneer College. Williams, angle left, throws up top for Vargas. Back to Williams. Williams wants a three. It's a deep three on the angle left. It's no good. Hit the hill, and the rebound comes down into the hands of Rory Billy. Throws it ahead. Villanueva drives left side.
Almost looked like a double dribble there.
Nice defense by the Cougars, and here's a tip out of bounds as Rory Billy lost the handle on it, and the Cougars will have the possession underneath their own window.
It just seems to me like Winslow's come out here a little more aggressive, a little more focused so far in this game with some intense defense.
Brett Reisdorf brings it up the floor for the Cougars. 4-point lead here for the Winslow Bulldogs. We are just under a minute gone in the first quarter. Feed down low to the 6'3 senior Brett Reisdorf, and he is going to be bumped and fouled as he tries to get to the hoop, as we get a call on Rory Billy. That'll be his first. And the first foul of the game picked up by the Winslow Bulldogs. Feed underneath on the inbound play is going to go up as Garrett Wynn cannot get the shot to go. Rebound to the Bulldogs. Bulldogs work it here to the left side. Now go right side. Try a three, and it's good. Knock it down. Treshawn Cly hits the super shot.
Winslow just coming out early, not missing.
Full court pressure by the Bulldogs. Dogs lead 7-0 with 5.5 left to play first quarter. Cougars break the pressure. Vargas running the point. Give to Williams. Right side, they go to Wynn. Now a pull-up jumper inside by Tate. In and out, no good. Rebound to Tate. Tate has the shot. Score it. Jacob Tate with the bucket.
Probably the best couple looks that Show Low's had in this game so far. A nice follow your shot put back there by Tate.
And a drive by the Bulldogs is going to miss. The shot by Cly doesn't go. Fans wanted a foul, no call. Win with the feed, and he scores it up and in.
Yeah, nice dish there by Reisdorf, going down the middle of the lane, making something happen.
Cuts the lead to 3. 7-4 Winslow with under 5 to play first quarter. Rory Billy out on the angle right, pitches it down into the corner. And a 3-ball for Villanueva is off the mark. Rebound to Reisdorf, and a foul called on the rebound.
We got our first sub coming into the game, number 5, Johan.
Trying to come in.
Jossie, yeah. And it's going to be interesting, Camden, to see how, with the pace of play going on, how deep or how the benches come into play, how deep the benches can go for either team, because it's been a fast-paced, intense game to this point.
Both teams have pretty good benches as well. That's, part of having a great program. You got to have subs that can come in and give minutes to relieve some of these players.
Yeah.
Also, if you get injuries, you've got to have guys that can fill in. Treshawn Cly's three-pointer goes out of bounds. Cougars will have it on their baseline. Williams triggers the inbound play, gets it to Vargas. Full court pressure again here by the Bulldogs, but Vargas is able to dribble across the stripe without any problems. Reisdorf gives up into the corner to Tate, now to Williams. Hands it to Williams. Vargas just underneath the jump circle. Clock approaching the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. 7-4 is our ball game. And the feed inside, but a missed shot by Garrett Wynn. Blew the easy layup there. Villanueva drives baseline right and scores it up and in.
He's been tough to stop. And defensively, Winslow playing a much more pressured defense. Not a lot of help side. It's quite the opposite of Show Low.
Rhett Reisdorf trapped that ball on his back. Fans wanted a double dribble, didn't get it.
Sheesh. Lots of contact there, too.
Vargas, pull-up jumper on the baseline. The 18-footer won't go. Battle for the rebound is tipped out to Williams. Williams controls in the corner, gives to Tate. Tate up top, now hands it off to Vargas over on the left side. Throw to the high post to Wynn. Wynn holds, throws to Williams. Williams from the corner left. His three-pointer no good. And a battle for the rebound. And a foul is called.
Winslow ball. Nice little set play there called by Coach Thacker to get a open three-point shot from the corner. These are a well-disciplined team, Camden. They come out and they knew what they were going to do. They know what they're going to do. And you mentioned bench players. I'm sure their bench players also know their role once they come in.
Exactly. So the foul is called on the Cougars. The Winslow Bulldogs, as you mentioned, have the ball, but a shot is missed on the reverse layup there by DeJossa. Johan DeJossa tried the wraparound and couldn't get it to go. Coach, you're really hot on this kid. There's a lot of players on this Winslow team that will play big dividends in the future for this team. Under 3 to play here in the quarter. It's a 9-4 ball game. Winslow up by 5. Vargas looking to drive right side, gives it up to Williams between the wheels, back over to Vargas. Vargas fakes, spins, gets inside, splits some defenders, and a really tough play inside as Vargas is going to be called for a foul here.
Player control. He did a little hop step and then put his shoulder down into the defender.
Kind of helped that time that DeJossa's glasses came flying off. DeJossa drives and misses.
DeJossa may be trying to do just a little bit too much here coming in off the bench.
Williams tries to split some defenders, and it's picked off by Rory Billy by the Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming the other way. Drive left side of the lane, try to dish. Reisdorf tips and has it knocked back out on his leg on a nice play by Treshawn Cly, the 5'10 senior.
Nice defense there by Rhett to have active hands, be big, and almost get a steal, but got it thrown off his leg out of bounds.
DeJossa gives to Billy. Up top for DeGuy. His shot no good. Rebound controlled by DeGuy. Got his own rebound, gives back to DeJossa. DeJossa drives baseline, tries to throw it across the lane to Cly, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars.
Nice work by our cameraman there to stop the ball.
Pass comes in. Bulldogs looking for More points to extend this lead with under 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. They're up 9-4. There's a steal. Nice
steal
hands
by
that time by Jonagarn. And pass comes in low to Reisdorf. Kick to Tate. Tate looking for a three. Straightaway three won't go. It's short. This begs the question as we talk a little bit about getting a first-round bye. The Cougars have had almost a week off as we see a great drive by DeJossa off the window and in down the baseline.
This will be fouled by Jonagarn, excuse me.
Puts the Bulldogs up 11-4. So we get a great shot there of DeJossa. Set to shoot the three-pointer, or the chance at a three-point play. And he rolls it across and in. So the basket and one for DeJossa, and the Bulldogs really out in front.
Checking into the game is Larson for the Cougars.
As you mentioned, Jonagarn was whistled on the personal. That's his first. Cougars really struggling with their shot percentage in this first quarter. Vargas tries to feed down low, and a circus shot that time by Rhett Reisdorf. Put it up as he was falling, but couldn't get it to fall. Bulldogs working it up top.
Yeah, now Winslow seems to be content to pull it out and try to pull Show Low out to overextend their defense.
Yeah, they are the ones now playing the half-court game, wanting to burn some clock, and as you mentioned, spread the defense with under a minute to play, almost 30 seconds left here in the first quarter, up 12-4.
You know, this is smart. Coach is going to get the last shot. That's what he's hoping for. They get a chance for two, and they get to hold Show Low to 0.
And the Cougars right now not really worried too much about pressuring them up top. Giving a faint amount of defense up top.
12 seconds.
There's the drive. Dish right. Off the heel of the iron, no good. And a foul's going to be called here as the Cougars try to get out into transition. Xavier Vargas had the rebound, tried to kick it up the floor to Jonagarn, and he gets punished for doing so as we get a foul called on Treshawn Cly, I believe.
Winslow just leaving a little bit too much meat on the bone here with 5.4 seconds to go. Show Low is going to get a chance for some points. You can do a lot in 5 seconds.
James started that drive with 12 seconds, as you mentioned, and a down-court pass that is thrown away. And the Show Low Cougars not having the first quarter that they'd like to see, being held to just 4 points, down 12-4 as we go to quarter two. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to ShowLowFord.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
You're doing more talking.
I want to remind you today's game is brought to you by Northland Pioneer College. When it comes time to choose the college with the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona, go to Northland Pioneer College. Great education. They do not sacrifice quality when it comes to their product. It's one of the best and also one of the cheapest. So check it out at Northland Pioneer College.
You know, it's really the smart thing to do, Camden. Have you ever taken any classes over there at NPC?
I haven't, but certainly a great idea because of the fact that you can get really a Division I type school education for your first 2 years. You might as well go into, why pay for 4 years at a big school when you can only pay for 2?
Exactly.
Some cases you can get away with only paying for 1.
Is that cases where you're real smart like you?
Yeah, exactly. Three ball on the angle left. In and out, no good. Won't go for Jonagarn. We go to quarter 2 here with the Cougars down 12-4 with the Winslow Bulldogs controlling that first quarter. Bulldogs working out on the perimeter. And now a drive. And a feed on the block low side to Tapaha. His shot is no good, and then the battle for the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Show Low. Back into the lineup for the Cougars is Garrett Wynn, the 6'5 junior, is going to replace Jacob Tate. As James gets set to trigger the inbound play for the Winslow Bulldogs, and a block shot by Reisdorf. The feed went to DeGuy. He tries a shot off the block, and Reisdorf steals it away from him in midair.
Talked to a lot of coaches, and Reisdorf just pesky. He causes a lot of problems for teams.
Feed to the high post to Reisdorf, dribbles down the lane, spins into the lane, now kicks it out to Vargas, but Vargas got a step and is called for a travel as he tried to set himself up for that jumper.
The winner of this game is going to get set to play either Valley Christian or Globe. Now, even though we have Blue Ridge and Show Low here on the same gym, they're on opposite ends of the bracket, just playing because of proximity.
And the shot from just inside the arc is good for Rory Billy. That's his first bucket of the day. And it's 14-4, 10-point Winslow Bulldog lead here with under 7 to play before half. Vargas feeds right for Reisdorf out on the baseline. Wow. He scores the three-pointer.
Wow.
Fake the drive, pops a three, cuts the lead to 7. Bulldogs on the other end, they miss a shot on the baseline left. I think it was Billy that tried the shot, and the ball goes out of bounds.
This could be just the little momentum that Show Low needs to get back in this. Like you said, Reisdorf going from a triple threat position where he can dribble, drive, or take the shot and hits the three and come back down, and Show Low gets the ball out of bounds.
Vargas bringing it up the floor for the Cougars. Up and down with the right hand. Top of the key to win. It's picked off by Villanueva, but then Villanueva runs down the court and saves it inbounds. Wynn picks it up, though, for the Cougars. Williams to Vargas. Vargas just underneath the jump circle. Up and down with the right hand being guarded there by the Bulldogs. James. Give to Wynn up top. And his pass to Reisdorf is tipped out. Looked like it was off of Billy, and neither official can tell.
Show the ball.
Looks like they're going to say Cougar ball.
Coach Thacker lobbying for number 3, Billy, to get off of Reisdorf.
Spin move by Vargas inside the lane. He's going to try a shot, but called for a travel. As he looked like he got bumped that time by DeGuy.
Coach Thacker gives him the slow down hand motion. He just wants him to calm down just a little bit.
Cougars been out of sync, but that 3 balls really put them right back in it here. They were down by 10, now down by 7. Shot from 18 is good for DeGuy.
You know, Reisdorf going for a steal, and Winslow makes him pay for it.
Clock approaching the 5-minute mark of the second quarter.
Wow.
Bulldogs back up top, back on top by 9 after the bucket by DeGuy.
Officials allowing Winslow to play very physical on defense.
Spin move by Vargas to get away from the defender, then throws it right back into the hands of James. James missed it on the first attempt, got it on the second. Kick to Rory Billy. Billy on the angle right. Now to Villanueva. Right side for DeGuy. DeGuy drives to the elbow, kicks it up top. Back up top for DeGuy. Under 5 to play here in the half. 16-7, Winslow. Bounce pass down low is no, and the shot is no good for Tapaha.
Just blocked by Wynn.
And so the Cougars are going to get another possession here. As the clock approaches the 4.5-minute mark of the half, and the pass intended for Wynn is stolen away by Villanueva, and then he does a spin move at the time stripe and gets called for an over and back.
Checking into the game for the Cougars is number 11, Nick Wofford, and number 2, Jacob Tate, back into the game.
So Wofford, Tate, Reisdorf, Wynn, and Williams on the floor for the Cougars. The pass comes into Wynn. Under 4.5 now to play in the half with a 16-7 lead for the Winslow Bulldogs, up by 9. Williams on the angle right, feeds it into Wofford off of his shoe and somehow comes up with the pass. Came right back up and he caught it, tried to feed Wynn, but it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by the Cougars.
Coach Thacker just not happy with the style of play. Basically, he asked his player on that play if the shot clock was running out. That's why he was hurrying.
Pass down into the corner, drive right, and looked like maybe a turned ankle that time by Treshawn Cly as he goes hard to the deck. They call a foul on the Cougars. Nick Wofford, that's his first. And the 15th foul of the first half here against the Cougars. Winslow with the basketball. Villanueva between the wheels. Kind of resetting the offense here as they give over to DeJossa, now to Billy. Billy on the angle left. The deep three is no good. Rebound. Wynn picks it up after Reisdorf fought for it.
You know, Coach Thacker calling another play. He's probably got more design plays than anybody on this side of the mountain.
He is one of the more prolific strategists in the league by far. Approaching the 3-minute mark of the half, down 16-7. Williams wants a three, won't get it, and got away with a foul as the spin move down low, and DeJossa missed the shot. Cougars come out of there with the rebound.
Show Low doing a great job on the offensive rebounds.
And the 15-footer, 16-footer, no good for Reisdorf, but he'll earn a trip to the free throw line as the Bulldogs are going to be called for the personal. It'll be number 10, Darius James. That's his first, and the fourth, I think it should be the fourth team foul. Nope, it's the third, just the third team foul on the Bulldogs. Reisdorf at the free throw line. And the first free throw crawls across the rim and in. And he got them both. 2 free throws for Rhett Reisdorf. He has 5, lead back to 7. And the Bulldogs try to drive and feed down low to Treshawn Cly. He gets hammered.
Great contested shot there. Actually called a jump ball.
Okay, so they say he didn't get hammered then.
No, he did not. He hammered the ball.
A lot of traffic in front of us, so it's hard for, at least for me, to see the floor on this side. The guy bounces off right side to James. James drives, dishes underneath to Rory Billy. Billy off the window and in.
Winslow always looking for a cutter or somebody picking and rolling underneath the bucket, getting a lot of layups.
18-9, the Cougars trailing in this contest with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left before halftime. Cougars have bested the Bulldogs in 2 of their 3 outings this year. Most recent in the region tournament where they come from behind win to go as a top seed and get a first-round bye into this tournament. And that's another pass that is knocked out of bounds and another turnover. So Williams loses the handle on it, and the Bulldogs will have it. We get a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 2:04 left to play here in the half. It's 18-9. Bulldogs by 9. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. 888 Glassman.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley to get some great shots from our students of Show Low High School and our White Mountain Youth Production team. Show Low Lady Cougar cheer team there. As the Winslow Bulldogs lead it here 18-9, 2 minutes to play before intermission, 2:04 left to be exact on the first half game clock. Bulldogs will have the ball after the timeout and some full court pressure here by the Cougars. Billy's going to beat it with a dribble across the stripe against Tate. Gets to the line inside the lane, feeds right side, and the Bulldogs kick it out. Three-point look is good for Villanueva.
Great ball movement there. Great ball movement in giving up a good shot for a great shot.
12-point lead now for the Bulldogs, up 21-9, their biggest lead of the night. Cougars came from behind in the game in the region tournament, but really putting themselves in a hole here in a game that is win or die. And the pass comes in to Reisdorf. He bangs, gives in to Wynn, and then Williams tries to muscle one up, and he's going to be fouled by Treshawn Clyde, a 5'10 senior. Called for the personal. That'll be 2 on him. Williams at the free throw line. The Black Diamond Autoglass free throw line, we should say. Black Diamond Autoglass reminds you, don't shoot bricks.
He used all the glass on that one.
He did. Didn't go though. First shot by Williams, no good. Second shot is good. So Trent Williams, 1 of 2 at the line, cuts the lead back to 11, 21-10. Just over a minute to play before halftime. Billy over to Villanueva. Villanueva back up top to Billy. And looks like the Bulldogs going to be content to stretch the offense again here. Billy drives and then dishes back to James, and James works it between the legs, working against Wins. A little bit of a mismatch up top here. And a foul is going to be called on Wynn as James recognizing it and takes advantage of the mismatch.
That's a good call. Had some body-to-body contact there. And we'll see how Winslow handles the end of this quarter compared to the end of the first quarter, wanting to use all the clock to get a shot off.
James drives, gives to Billy, and he throws it away.
Probably not what the coach had in mind.
So a turnover as the 5'7" sophomore Darius James got up in the air and then threw a pass that Billy couldn't handle. It goes out of bounds, and the Cougars will have the possession here with just over 30 seconds to play in the half, down 21-10.
Wow. Close to the half-court line.
Vargas drives, baseline, and his shot is blocked, unless that was a pass. Goes out of bounds. Cougars will have it under their window. Williams set to check it in, throws into Reisdorf. Reisdorf steps back for a three. It's no good. Rebound is kept alive, and Williams tries a pass. Villanueva knocked it out of bounds. Looked like it went off of his face and out of bounds. So the Cougars will have the possession. We get a timeout called by the Cougars with 17 seconds. We'll take it with them. 21-10 Winslow. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com. 17 seconds left to play here in the half. It's the Bulldogs up 21-10. Cougars with the basketball after the timeout under their window. Throw the pass in and have it stolen away. Ahead to James. James all alone. Off the window, score it. Darius James, his first bucket of the night. And the biggest lead for the Bulldogs, up 13. Vargas drives. His pass to Reisdorf, tipped away at the buzzer. Bulldogs launch, and it's going to be long. And the Bulldogs having a terrific first half as they enjoy a 13-point lead going into intermission, 23-10 over the Cougars of Show Low High School. And Coach Thacker is beside himself here in this first half as the Show Low Cougars have dug themselves quite a hole to get out of. We go to our Sunrise Park Resort halftime show when we return. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley and the Sunrise Park Resort halftime show. At intermission, it's the Winslow Bulldogs up 23-10, and it's been a tough night for the Show Low Cougars in this first half as we take you through some scoring. First of all, the Cougars were down 12-4 after quarter one. Get outscored in the second quarter, down 23-10 here at intermission. So this is certainly not the way they wanted to start this game off, but they will look to improve as they go to the halftime. I don't think there's anybody better in the business than Coach Thacker in making second half adjustments, and he's got a bunch of them to make here tonight.
Yes, he does.
We take a look for you for the Show Low Cougars side of things. Rhett Reisdorf has 5 here at the break, 2 for Jacob Tate, 2 for Garrett Wynn, 1 for Trent Williams. And on the Bulldogs side of things, they have spread the scoring out throughout the entire roster almost here. Pete DeGuy comes off the bench to score 2. 3 tonight so far for Treshawn Cly, 4 for Rory Billy. He got both of those in the second quarter. Johan DeGassi, DeJasa came in off the bench and scored 3 points for the Bulldogs, 2 for James, 2 for Tapahan, leading all scorers here at the break. The kid that leads the Winslow Bulldogs in scoring, and that is Ricardo Villanueva, the 5'11 junior, has 7 here at intermission. Don't forget, Sunrise has got their demo days going on right now up at Sunrise. You can enjoy some great skiing, as well as on Tuesday they've got some great ski packages for you, as you can check out all of the latest and greatest in technology when it comes to your skis, snowboard equipment, bindings, even gloves, hats, and jackets. You can actually demo those products, as they'll have vendors out this coming Tuesday. Check it out at sunriseskipark.com. That's sunriseskipark.com.
Camden, will you be going up to demo anything?
I wish I could, but we'll be in Prescott.
Oh, that's right. Shoot.
So
well, Bill's going to have to be there without us then.
Had we been able to actually, and Bill, we told Bill we were going to feed him a steak dinner if it came to Prescott, but he said he had to work.
Couldn't do it.
Yeah, demo days kept him there.
Surprised he didn't pick the food over the.
Yeah, I know. It's a little surprising to me too. I don't know what's going on, but perhaps a little change of heart there by Bill London. 23-10 is our halftime score. We'll be back to take a look inside the numbers and tell the true story here at intermission with our spotter and statistician, Mike Caldwell, when we return. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu. When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Orthodontist Dr. Joshua Beeler has been providing family-friendly orthodontics in Show Low and the entire White Mountains since 2006. If you need braces, stop in and see the friendly folks at Beeler Orthodontics and meet their professional staff. Dr. Beeler and his team have the latest in orthodontics technology, and they work with each patient individually to custom tailor the most effective treatment plan for the best results. Beeler Orthodontics is a proud sponsor of high school sports. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Well, the Lady Cougar cheerleaders keeping things positive here in the first half as the Show Low Cougars down 23-10 here at intermission, and they have taken all of their halftime to talk in the locker room, just coming out here in the final 2 minutes of the break as we go to our spotter and statistician with a look inside the numbers here tonight, Mike Caldwell. Mike?
Hey, thanks, Camden. Well, as the score reflects, it's pretty one-sided, even on the shots. Winslow's has taken 24 shots, whereas Show Low's only had 15 shots, and I attribute that to the turnovers. Most of them were forced by Winslow, but they had several unforced turnovers. Winslow's playing a deny defense, and Show Low has yet to take advantage of that. For the shooting percentages, we have Winslow overall are shooting 10 of 24 for 42%. They're pretty consistent inside. They're 6 of 15 for 40%. And on the three-point line, they're shooting 2 of 5 for 40%. Show Low's numbers are drastically lower. Overall, they are 3 for 15. They've only made 3 field goals. The rest in free throws. From the outside, the three-point line is 20%. Inside the paint, they're 2 of 8 for 25%. And overall, again, only 1 of 6 for 16%. And bringing the grand total to 20%, 3 of 15. So they're not – I attribute Winslow is really playing tough defense, and I think that's kind of the difference in this game right now.
Been very physical. You mentioned that, Ron, how physical the first half was. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. As they really have controlled that, and the officials have been willing to allow them to be physical, and the Cougars haven't been able to match.
Yeah, that's not something that we really talked about with Thacker pregame, but you got to imagine that is a factor. It's hard to score buckets when you're missing shots or turning the ball over.
Pass comes in to Vargas as the Cougars will start quarter 3 off with the basketball, but down 23-10. And the ball is tipped out of bounds by Jalen Tapaha, the 5'8 senior for the Bulldogs. Knocks it away from Williams. Williams lets it go out of bounds, and the Cougars will have it here on the near side. Call it the far side if you're watching on our television view right now. See if the Cougars can do a better job of taking care of the basketball and getting better shots here in the second half. And they threw it away there. Reisdorf's pass to Williams is picked off, and the Winslow Bulldogs looking to run, and they get Rory Billy with his 3rd bucket of the night on an easy layup on the other end. Now to point Bulldog lead, their biggest of the night. They have just been stretching this lead out as the minutes have ticked past. Nice feed to Reisdorf and a good move down low to get his 2nd bucket of the night.
Buckets aren't coming easy, but that is one. And we're going to see Show Low going into more of a trapping defense, having to actually do things that Coach Thacker said they didn't want to have done against them, because they're not going to be able to play a half-court game being down 25-12. They're going to have to press it.
25-12. I think that's a key factor, is it takes them out of what they do best.
Right.
And there's the steal as Tate loses the handle on it, but then Billy throws it away. Reisdorf has Tate on his left behind the back, but Tate couldn't hang on to it. Then the Bulldogs try to save it. Billy finally does, but into the hands of Williams on the Winslow Bulldogs side of the court. Cougars looking for numbers. Vargas up to Tate, looks low for Reisdorf. Now Vargas drives inside the lane, tries a pass between 2 defenders. It's tipped away. Now Reisdorf knocks it away. Vargas dives, throws to Reisdorf, and they save the possession.
You better tune in if you're not watching the stream, because it's hard to even vocalize what's going on here. This is a lot of madness. Just right there.
Just a string of 3 turnovers, actually 6 turnovers between the two teams.
The last 30 seconds.
Yeah. 25-12 with 6:03 left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Bulldogs up over the Cougars. Cougars with the basketball. Williams, corner left side, feeds Reisdorf on the low post. Now over to Wynn, and Wynn puts it off the window and in.
Big man Wynn, 6'5". He's probably he's the tallest guy on the court.
Bulldogs immediately call a timeout. We take it with them with 5:48 left to play here. It's Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to the Dome as we see Coach Thacker getting his team ready to go. Great shot by our Cougars broadcast crew here tonight. Bringing you the sights and sounds of the contest. I believe that was Jimmy on that shot there. Terrific look at the Cougars huddle. And Coach Thacker saying, do not walk.
Yeah.
If you walk, I've got a freshman that wants to come in and play.
Yeah.
So he's trying to get his team to recognize this is going to be an up-tempo game here from here on out, down 25-14. And an attempted steal by Vargas nets him a foul. It's his second of the night.
You know, we always thought it'd be a real treat if we could mic coach Thacker during the game.
Yes.
You know, I call him Thackerisms. He's got lots of them.
Jacob Tate actually on the foul. I misspoke. And the 3-ball is no good for the freshman, DeJasa. He misses it and it goes over the backboard. The Cougars have it out of bounds. Full court pressure here again by Winslow. Vargas beats it easily down to the lane, right side of the lane, off the window. Little short battle inside,
nice.
And the bucket won't go for Wynn. Wynn has had just a couple of those tonight where it's just a little bit off the mark and hasn't been able to get the shot to fall.
Yeah, again, Wynn using his size inside to grab some rebounds and get some putbacks. So, you know, he could be a key in the comeback if he's willing to get some putbacks.
Jalen Tapaha is whistled for the personal. Wynn's free throw is no good. We'll spot again at the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throw line for another shot. Don't forget, when it comes time to get the lowest tuition in the state of Arizona on your college education, be sure to check out Northland Pioneer College. Second free throw is good for Wynn. 25-15. Back to a 10-point Winslow Bulldog lead. Rory Billy spins, puts it up off the right side. It's no good. DeJasa tries on the putback. It won't go. Reisdorf races it out of the backcourt, throttles across the line, and gives to Tate. Tate high out the window, and a foul is called. And it looked like it was going to be a player control foul. Fans don't like it, but it goes against the Winslow Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was a close call. He looked set, but of course, official having a better angle on the play down there.
Tapaha is whistled for his second personal. It puts Jacob Tate at the free throw line. And the first free throw is good.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see if Show Low stays in this little half-court trap. It seems to be effective, been effective so far with a couple turnovers in a couple cases, or even hurried or missed shots.
Second free throw for Tate is up and off the front of the iron. No good, but he gets his own rebound, leaves it short on the putback. Billy comes out of there with it for the Bulldogs, picks it up at the line, dishes right side for the guy. The guy drives, bump, no call, and Tapaha almost got the circus shot to go. He earns a trip to the free throw line, as I believe Wynn was hanging on his back there, and they do call Wynn for the personal. That's 2 on him. And so Tapaha will go to the free throw line.
If you're watching our live stream on italk1067.com, you're able to see this game is really getting physical. And it's one of those games where if the officials allow it to become more and more physical, who do you think has the advantage in a more physical game here coming down to the end?
Well, I think the first half obviously showed that the Bulldogs may have the advantage, but the Cougars are no stranger to that type of play, but they miss a shot underneath on a block shot. Now Tate takes a charge, but a travel is called against the Bulldogs, and so the Cougars will have the ball back here.
There's another turnover. 4 turnovers for Winslow. It's a turnover battle here in the second half.
Vargas looking for a baseline jumper, and he got it. He's going to the free throw line for a chance at a 3-point play as he's fouled on the shot. Put it up from about 15 on the baseline left and strokes it. Foul goes against a guy. That's his first. And Xavier Vargas, that was his first bucket of the evening. Missed the second. Rebound comes down into the hands of Villanueva.
Only an 8-point game here. Winslow's got to get back some composure.
Villanueva drives, almost lost the handle, now gives right side. And a three-point bucket is good for the guy.
That'll work.
29-18.
Just as Show Low shows a little bit of momentum. Wow, lots
Vargas
going on here.
lost his footing, throws ahead to Villanueva. Villanueva blocked by Reisdorf, but into the hands of the guy who is trailing, and he gets the easy bucket. 31-18.
Coach Thacker calling for a high post offense. Bringing the big man all the way out to the perimeter. We saw him do this in the first half where he would call a set play and suck Winslow out and try to get a backdoor shot pass.
13-point Bulldog lead. And the Bulldogs are pretty happy to come out and guard him. Vargas double teamed in the corner, gives to Tate. And Tate's pass is picked off by the sophomore, DeJossa. And DeJossa brings it up the floor, gives to Billy. Billy spins. Top of the key, now pitches right side. Back to DeJossa, he cuts and scores with the left hand. Heat the guy. Great pass that time to DeJossa. DeJossa with 5 in the contest. And the Winslow Bulldogs back on top 33-18 here with 2:57 left to play third. Tate holds, gives right side. And DeJossa's pass is picked off into the hands of Reisdorf. Reisdorf feeds Williams down low. Williams, his shot was blocked. And they give it underneath. The shot is no good for Larson. The ball goes out of bounds. And Williams not happy because he felt like he was fouled. And there was a lot of contact, but that has been the game so far. Right. The officials letting these players play.
Right, you just gotta take it up strong and score it.
Not a lot of time for finesse in this one. There's a steal. Cougars get it back. Cutting is Reisdorf. Feed from Williams. His shot no good. Bulldogs looking to run. DeJossa feeds right side. Score it. Villanueva. Timeout Cougars. 2:21 left to play here in the third. 35-18 Winslow. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center is a proud supporter of high school sports. Many of our local sports players were born at the hospital, where Summit Obstetrics offers comfortable individual rooms for mom and baby. In case of a sports injury, the hospital ER is always staffed and prepared to take on the most serious injuries, and Summit features an advanced diagnostics department with state-of-the-art equipment. The Summit Healthcare orthopedic and therapy teams can help sports players overcome injuries and return to the game. Summit Healthcare Regional Medical Center wishes all players a successful and healthy season this year.
You've been there, waiting forever at the gas station for the guy to free up so he can fill up your propane tank. Or worse, when the only qualified propane technician decided to stay home that day. Yep, you've been there and I have too. That's why now I get my propane from Ace Hardware every time. You get Ace Hardware's world-famous customer service when you stop in for propane. That's right, you get in, you get out, and you get a great deal on propane and everything else. From Ace Hardware at their locations in Pine Top and Heber. Ace Hardware is proud to support White Mountain Sports.
The Dome in Round Valley, the Show Low Cougars down 35-18 with 2:21 left to play here in the third quarter. The Bulldogs on the verge of an upset here tonight. After the timeout, Cougars have the basketball. Biggest lead of the night here for the Bulldogs, up 17, but Williams strokes a three on the angle left. Trent Williams gets his first bucket. Bulldogs on the other end, Reisdorf up in the air and has no options but to collapse over the top of Jalen Tapaha. And for Rhett Reisdorf, that's going to be his first.
You know, the coaches always say if you're gonna foul, you foul so they don't score the three-point play.
Yeah.
Reisdorf did that right there.
Yeah, he took care of it. No way was he going to allow Tapaha to go. In fact, he didn't even let Tapaha get off the ground. They say non-shooting foul. Bulldogs will have it under their window, and they feed it back to Tapaha. He drives, draws contact, goes to the free throw line. And is this on Reisdorf? No. They're going to get a call here against Jonagarn. That'll be 2 on him. And set for some free throws is Jalen Tapaha. First is off the iron, no good. And he got this one to rattle home. Cougars, Vargas, double team, tries to go behind the back, picked up by DeJossa, give to Villanueva. Villanueva almost dunked it home, lays it up and in.
Boy, DeJossa, after having a tough first minute or so when he came into the game today, he's really come around and plays. He's going to be just a really great high school player.
You almost asked why he's not a starter, and there he hammers Williams as Williams goes up for the three-point shot and is
senior
slow to get up.
He didn't like the call, and the official didn't like him not liking the call.
And he's going to have a talking to as Scott Corum, head coach for the Bulldogs, is talking to him right now about going straight up and not coming over the top. As Williams missed the first free throw. Minute 30 left to play, third quarter. And blood on Williams' hand. And what's the saying? No blood, no foul?
Yeah.
Looks like Williams can prove it there.
That's right.
DeJossa said, I didn't foul him, but Williams has got some blood to prove otherwise.
Might need to get another shooter in here.
You can see it streaked across his shirt right there. It's on his forearm. And the trainer's going to work it off and get him taped. So we get a delay here in the contest. It reminds us to remind you to stick around for our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Also, our Beeler Orthodontics Straight Line Play of the Game. Ron will draw the unwanted task of choosing all these things, so we'll make sure you know well in advance, Ron. Also, we're looking for our Deemer's Glass man of the game. And don't forget, when you need glass for your home or business, call Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Hands down, the best place to call when you need quality glass at affordable prices. Deemer's Glass at 1-888-GLASSMAN. Blood's clear. Williams at the free throw line. He'll have 3 shots here. Hits the first. Or excuse me, is that his second?
That was his second one.
That's
He
his
missed
second.
his first one, yeah.
You're right. Got carried away there.
It's long breaks.
Williams at the Black Diamond Auto Glass free throw line, knocks down 2 of 3, and it's 38-23. Heavy pressure in the backcourt, a lot of contact, no call. DeJossa, crossover dribble, feeds right side, but the guy can't hang on to the pass. And Coach Corum saying, keep it up.
You know, that's what Coach Thacker's just going to have his guys just step it up here in the last, 9.5 minutes of this game to get super physical and let the officials.
DeJossa broke his glasses.
Uh-oh.
See, Coach Corum, he's going to take those glasses over to the fans or to his parents.
Dad, yeah.
See if he can't fix it. We'll see if that affects DeJossa. I don't know how well he sees without his glasses, but they've been knocked off a couple of times tonight. This time they have been broken. Looks like the side of the glass is broke off, and there's a steal by DeJossa, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Right now, the impact player for the Bulldogs is DeJossa, the sophomore.
You don't even need to be able to see if you're DeJossa to be able to steal a pass like that. And he's getting his we're going to see the power of athletic tape here in just a little bit. He's going to have his glasses back.
Or excuse me, he is just a freshman.
Yeah,
DeJossa.
he's just a freshman, yeah.
It's the pass, bounce pass down low, nice feed, and it's a great job by Villanueva, post move to get it up and in. Villanueva with 6 points in this quarter, and another assist for DeJossa.
Maybe he plays better without glasses. We don't know.
Yeah, doesn't seem to be affecting him. 40-23, Winslow with the lead here, and Nice save as the Bulldogs
He's
give
hurt.
to Villanueva, and Villanueva is going to miss the shot on the other end. And a battle for the rebound. Vargas goes over the top of DeJossa, and a jump ball is called. As there was a great play by Treshawn Cly, the 5'10 senior, diving out of bounds on the near side, and he went underneath the benches over there. The table, the media table that's set up over there, and it looked like he was hurt, but is still in. Got up slow, but seems to be okay now as we get a foul called up top, and it's going to go against Williams. Trent Williams whistle for his second personal. And I think this is part of the trouble with the players.
Wow.
They're not sure where the fouls are as another player gets pushed and shoved. There's two players to the floor, and finally a foul is called, and it's going to be offensive call against Winslow, and it'll be against DeGuy. Pete DeGuy picks up his second personal. Winslow fans don't like it. And Winslow will see a substitution here as Darius James checks back into the ball game for Pete DeGuy. And DeGuy has two personals now. Or excuse me. Yes, two personals, and we get a turnover. And the turnovers in this third quarter have been rampant. Eight turnovers for Show Low, 6 for Winslow, 14 turnovers in the third quarter alone.
Glasses are back. Coach tries to give him his glasses. Look at that, yeah.
And a thumbs up from DeJossa.
He might start a new trend here.
To his dad, yeah, that's a fashion statement.
You know, we ought to mention that. This is actually the Round Valley staff that got that back up and going.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, and the trainers attending to the Show Low players and also attending to his glasses. Doing a great job. Nice facility management.
Well, bonus situation now for Winslow, and the shot by Villanueva from the free throw line is no good on the first half of the 1+1. Williams loses the handle on the ball with a second left. DeJossa's going to throw it up, and he makes it in! Oh, brother! That's amazing! What a game this kid is having.
With glasses or without, it doesn't matter. And Thacker on the sideline looked like he can't believe it either.
Everything going right for the Winslow Bulldogs. We go to the fourth and final next. Bulldogs up 43-23 out to a 20-point lead. So we go to the final quarter. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk1067.com.
When you think glass, think Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Deemer's Glass offers the best selection of quality glass with affordable prices. They do full home window packages, replacement windows, custom shower doors and enclosures, custom mirrors in many shapes, styles, and colors, glass doors and hardware, commercial glass for buildings and offices, skylights, screens, fire-rated glass for your fireplace or stove, window film, and more. Visit Deemer's Glass today on Porter Mountain Road in Lakeside or call 1-888-GLASSMAN.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley. It is quarter number 4. The Cougars have been down in this contest the entire time and find themselves down by 20 as we go to quarter number 4. The Bulldogs get a huge shot by Johan DeJossa, the 5'10 freshman, who picked up a loose ball at half court, corralled it in with about 3 steps across the line, and fired up the 3 ball.
You know, Camden, I wonder if you put those glasses on, if you could hit that shot.
I might be able to. I'll tell you, DeJossa would give anybody confidence. John Agarn, and the shot blocked by DeJossa here. Back over to Larson, his shot no good. 3-point look doesn't go. Billy drives to the line, inside the lane, dishes left for the guy. It's a errant pass, but DeJossa steals and puts it up and in. Johan DeJossa in the running for our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store Player of the Game. 3 at intermission, 5 in the third quarter. Now has 11 in the contest. Pass underneath for Williams. Williams on the low post, and it's knocked out by Villanueva. I can't I don't think we can stress enough just how physical this game has been, and the officials have been very willing to allow them to pound. Starters getting set to come back in for the Cougars as Villanueva finds an open lane down the baseline and lays it up and in for the Bulldogs. Dogs up 47-23, 6:45 left. Steal by the Bulldogs and a foul on Wofford. The 5'10 junior whistle for the personal here, and really was probably a good foul, as that had James lined up for an easy bucket underneath. Now he'll force him to earn it at the free throw line. 6 minutes, 41 seconds left. Cougars with a deep hole to come out of here. First free throw off the front of the rim, no good.
Coach Thacker checking back in his starters. You got to believe he rested them, hoping that they could go the rest of the way. But his message to them as they are coming back into the game is go back out there and play with pride to finish up the game here.
Jonagarn, Wofford, and Larson out. Tate, Vargas, and Wynn back in for the Cougars. Missed both free throws. Cougars with the basketball, down 47-23. A 24-point hole. Vargas hands it off to Reisdorf, and then Reisdorf's pass is knocked out. And DeJossa doesn't have his glasses. Now they broke again, and he puts them back on as they taped him up some more. Pass comes in to Vargas. High post, Reisdorf, Tate, right side for Williams, three-point shot off the front of the iron, no good.
There goes
and the glasses come on. DeJossa goes up for the rebound. And I'm going to tell you, he needs a little, he needs some straps on those things. I'd like to hear the story on that. Coach Thacker really frustrated here.
Yeah, you know, like Mike was saying, it's really a credit to Winslow defense. Nothing has come easy offensively for Show Low during this game.
Pass into the corner, three-point shot, front of the iron, no good. Tate battling for the rebound, knocked it out of bounds, couldn't corral it. Well, they say it was off Villanueva. Cougars will get the ball. Back into a half-court defense, and Reisdorf drives and cannot get the shot to fall. Will earn a trip to the free throw line. And the foul is called against Winslow's number 5. Johan DeJossa. That is just, if you can believe this, that is just his first personal. Excuse me, they've got him for 2. 2 personals on DeJossa. Don't forget our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game is coming up at the end of the contest. Beeler Orthodontics, live to smile, love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics. And right now that DeJossa 3 at the half, into the third is in the running.
Keep fouling Trent Williams from 3.
Yeah, Williams knocked down in the corner. Will the fouls catch up with Winslow? Cougars, you can see they've been to the free throw line many times here tonight. This is a chance for Show Low to get their first points of this quarter. And he hits the first. And this one is around and off, or in, sorry, rolls in.
Nice sized crowd here today for these contests. Winslow well represented. Up next, coming up in the next game, we've got Blue Ridge versus Chin Lee.
Doubleheader here tonight. Williams hits all 3. 47-26. Show Low down, Winslow with the ball here with 5.5 remaining in the contest. Rory Billy between the legs, stolen by Tate, knocked out of bounds, last touch by Tate. Bulldogs ball. Bounce pass into DeGuy. DeGuy is double teamed and gets out of it.
He's getting hit all over the place.
Over on the left, three-point shot, no good. Rebound Vargas, over to Williams. Williams looking at a 3-on-1. Stops, pops from three, missed it. And Reisdorf in the air to get the rebound. Williams comes up with it. Williams kicks it out to Tate after missing a shot. And then Reisdorf launches from three. It's blocked by Villanueva. And the bounce and behind the back pass by Billy is picked off by Williams. Turnovers continue by both teams as Reisdorf tries from three. It's short. Rory, Billy with the rebound, but he gives it up to Williams. Williams from three, and he scores it.
Timeout. Thacker has been waiting to call that timeout after a score for about 5 rebounds there.
47-26, and with 4 minutes and 45 seconds, we talk strategy, Ron, and if you're the Cougars, you're starting to feel like you got to be in a big hurry.
Yeah, real big hurry. You know, I think as a coach, what you try to, you're hoping for your team right now is that they don't feel like they've already lost the game. You know, 4 minutes and 45 seconds is still a lot of time, especially in a physical game. So it's going to be interesting to see what Thacker comes up here with. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of pressing, but they're going to have to finish if they want to get back in this game. They've left a lot of shots short, even on second and third attempts, and so they're going to have to finish. And this would be quite a comeback if they were able to pull it off.
You know, you look at the Cougars and what they've done through the season, and they, I'm not sure their exact averages, but they win a lot of games and score only 50 points. They need 18 in the fourth quarter alone here, just to get back even.
Yep.
With the Bulldogs here with 4:45 left after the timeout. Winslow ball. Rory Billy set to check it in for the Bulldogs.
Now for Winslow, what do you see them doing offensively? There's a great physical move.
Williams pressured on the baseline. Now give to Tate. Tate drives, can't get the shot to go or miss the pass. The guy
is that triple
is going to be called for a double dribble here. And, you know, fans wanted a foul there.
Yeah.
But it's been physical both ways.
Yes, it has.
And there's just, I think it's hard, though, for these athletes to know what is a foul and what isn't a foul at this point. I know I certainly am not completely sure. DeJossa ahead to Villanueva. Villanueva trying to get alive after Williams poked it away.
Now this is going to be interesting to see what Winslow decides to do, if they attack the bucket or if they're going to try to take some time off the clock.
Well, and you mentioned what to do, and it looks like they are going to stretch their offense out, work some clock as Tapaha drives, gives to DeJossa. DeJossa pushed out of bounds. Wynn called for the personal here. As that's a mismatch down low, and Wynn picks up his third.
You know, the coaching dilemma is always, you know, do you want to take your team out of a flow that's been there? Although I don't know that it's been there for these guys because it's been kind of ugly with turnovers. But take them out of the flow or actually take some time off the clock because you've obviously got enough points to win the game.
Right, and what's your philosophy on that?
Well,
my
philosophy is that I think you should be able to control the ball.
So you need to have a half-court game and a way to play for a final shot. And Jacob Tate has it poked away. Up ahead to Villanueva. Tapaha on the steal, and Villanueva puts it in for the Bulldogs. And Villanueva really starting to show himself offensively as a foul is going to be called here on Vargas. Let's check it. That is not Vargas. It's going to be DeGuy. Whistle for the personal. That's 3 on him.
I think we'll see as we get further into this tournament. The teams that win it are the teams that are able to be multifaceted. That they can pretty much do whatever they want to do. If they need to pull it out, they can do that. And if they need to try to score quick, they can do that also.
First half of the 1+1 missed by Vargas. Tate dribbles, puts it off the window from 15. No good. DeJossa. Another rebound in the running for our Deemers Glass man of the game, brought to you by Deemers Glass in Lakeside. Call 1-888 Glassman.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see what Mike has to say about shooting percentages after the game, but you just can't win tournament games with the kind of shot percentage that I'm guessing is happening for Show Low today.
Well, and he mentioned that first half percentage at under 30%, only 25% in the paint, which is something you never want to see from your team. Three-point shot by Vargas is partially blocked. Battle for the rebound, and Reisdorf finally rolls up over the Jasa and called for a personal here. No, it is not. It is not. I thought it was on the other end. Tate draws the foul. Jacob Tate now with 3 in the contest. Coach Thacker doesn't like the call. Well, they say Tate with 2. I must have missed a foul somewhere. So Ricardo Villanueva missed the first free throw. Neither team has had good free throw shooting with the exception of Trent Williams tonight.
Checking into the game for Show Low for the first time is 6'4" freshman number 4, Colton McGinnis.
So 1 of 2 for Villanueva. Three-point shot is missing everything here for Reisdorf. He airballed that one up. Fans are going to let him hear it. Under 3 minutes to play, the Cougars may be ending their season here tonight against the Winslow Bulldogs. Winner will move on to the quarterfinals to be played in Prescott on Tuesday. Rory Billy, deep 3. Hill, no good. Rebound, Villanueva tipped it, but Vargas comes up with a loose ball. Throws ahead to Williams.
That's probably an example of what I would call an ill-advised shot. With 2 minutes to go, up this many points.
Vargas to Reisdorf in the lane.
The freshman.
And the freshman misses. That's Reed, Brian Reed, the 6'4". You have him as a freshman or a sophomore?
Oh. Did I have that wrong? Sorry, I thought that was number 4.
I think
shot that. Well, 44, my bad. That was Brian Reed, yes.
So Reed, the sophomore, missing the shot. And under 2 to play. DeJossa drives, kicks. And Villanueva brings it back up for the Bulldogs.
Again, you mentioned it looking like the end here for Show Low. They've got 5 seniors on their team, and so of course it's always a tough time. Seniors realizing it's the end of the run. Rhett Reisdorf's had an amazing basketball career.
Yeah, a lot of players on this team that have seen this floor or seen the court for many years here at Show Low High School, and they find themselves in a hole here tonight, down
Jacob
50
Tate,
to 29.
Javon Jarnigan, Xavier Vargas.
Chris Emoto.
Is Chris out here?
Bounce it into DeJossa. DeJossa goes up, and it is blocked.
Oh, if he'd have got a dunk, he'd get the player of the game there. No, I'll just give it to him.
Looked like he was going up for one. And the alley-oop pass over to Reed is into the rim. Winslow gets the ball back here. Double team there. Billy has it stripped away by Reisdorf. And jump ball is called. Alternating possession is going to favor the Cougars. New players into the Winslow Bulldog lineup as DeJoss is going to sit down along with Treshawn Cly, the 5'10 senior. And Winslow has punched their ticket to the quarterfinals of the 2016 state playoffs.
The Elite 8.
Down to 3 games in the season. Vargas knocks down the straightaway 3. Pass up ahead to a fresh face, Russell. Tapaha. Up top, Villanueva. 5 seconds, 4 seconds, and it's official. No, there's a steal by Vargas. He'll throw it up and misses at the buzzer. Final score. Winslow over Show Low, 50-32, a decisive win for the Bulldogs. As the Show Low Cougars will end their season here tonight in the Dome in Round Valley in round 2 of this tournament. Winslow, of course, moving on to round 3, which is the quarterfinals in Prescott on Tuesday night. And for the Winslow Bulldogs, got a win at over Chino Valley. Win at home against Chino Valley, then faced Show Low here tonight. Decisive win tonight, 50-32, and advance to the quarterfinals to play the winner of the Valley Christian game and Globe. Valley Christian, the #1 seeded Valley Christian team. That one will be an interesting one to watch. It'll be on at 6 p.m. in Prescott at the Prescott Valley Event Center. We invite you to tune in on iTalk 1067 FM and iTalk1067.com. We are going to have live streaming video for you of that contest, as well as all of the contests there in the quarterfinals. We will try to bring them live to you on iTalk 1067 and iTalk1067.com. We'll wrap up the play-by-play portion of this broadcast back with our post-game comments, where we'll announce our Beeler Orthodontic Straight Line play of the game, our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, and our Deemer's Glass man of the game is all coming up next. This is Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 1067 and worldwide on iTalk1067.com.
In today's challenging economy, having a college education is a must. Northland Pioneer College is here to help you prepare for your future. NPC is committed to providing you with the highest quality education with the lowest tuition cost in the state. We offer a variety of advanced learning classes to prepare you for a transfer or associate's degree, personal interest education, or earning your GED.
Contact an academic advisor for more information. Go online at npc.edu.
It's easy to see why the Ford F-150 is the #1 selling truck in America. For more than 40 years, no other truck has even come close. And Show Low Ford is hands down the best place to buy your next vehicle. Just take a look at Guy Hatch's promise. He won't be beat on any deal on any new Ford in the state of Arizona. And on top of that, you'll get a lifetime engine warranty. Go to showlowford.com or visit them on the east end of the Deuce. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to the Dome in Round Valley and our post-game comments. Final score tonight, Winslow over Show Low, 50-32 here in the 2017 state playoffs. And it was just a brutal loss for Show Low.
It was.
And it brings up the old topic about is it better to play a game and stay fresh, or is it better to get a first-round bye and get a week off? And I think Show Low were really suffering from those days off. They came out really flat. The shooting percentages were down. They couldn't get good shots. Physically, they were outmatched by Winslow, especially in that first half. And I think that carried over into the second half. I don't think they ever really got their ground.
Yeah, I think it just looked like they came out a little flat, or not as much energy in Winslow the whole game. Felt like the momentum the whole game.
This is these are two teams that have seen each other now 4 times in the season. That's something as a coach you hate to try to game plan against.
Yeah.
When you have this much familiarity between the two teams, it's difficult to come out here and kind of know what either one is going to do. And I mean, you have a good sense for what's going to happen, but the reality is that it becomes a tough thing to coach.
Yeah, it does. It's really not ideal. But at the same time, you got to believe, like you mentioned, that Thacker, he knew. He's a strategist. He knows what he needs to do and what they're going to try to do. And so it just comes down to who's going to go out there and implement.
Well, it was the Bulldogs tonight who got the job done, 50-32 over the Show Low Cougars. Time now for our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. Beeler Orthodontics.
Is that going to me?
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Jasa. The shot that he hit from 3.
Yeah.
It just kind of felt like it wasn't a straight line drive to the bucket or anything, but that 3 that he hit, was it at the end of the third quarter?
Yeah.
Just really, I think. Deflated, if you could deflate any more of the Show Low Cougars, and so I'll give him that. And it was right in a time when he was getting hot, and it was just fitting.
Yeah, just a dagger right there by the freshman, and that's the other thing that's so impressive is DeJoss is such a terrific ball player and just a freshman. I mean, Winslow's got some good years ahead of him.
Yes, they do.
As we take now, that's our Beeler Orthodontics straight line play of the game, brought to you by Beeler Orthodontics. Live to smile, love your smile. We talk now about our Deemer's Glass Man of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Call 1-888-GLASS-MAN for quality glass at affordable prices. That's 1-888-GLASS-MAN, and certainly a lot of good, tough play down low. If you were a big down low tonight, you earned your business.
Yes, you did, and because it got physical, and so I think it's hard to not give all of these awards to the Winslow team. How many more do we have? How many more awards do we have?
You got 2 more.
Two more.
I mean, these are the final 2.
Who else you got, Mike? You're pointing at my player of the game. Yeah.
So this is how it works.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a team player, so I like to include everybody.
Well, we might as well put Mike on the air.
Yeah.
He's gonna talk.
Mike?
Well, you know what? Rhett Reisdorf, normally doesn't play down low, but in this game he did, and he actually pulled out a lot of rebounds down and was pretty scrappy and kind of kept the ball alive. So
he did, and we mentioned even early he was playing down low, getting some inside passes, and so there you go. Rhett Reisdorf.
I'm not sure you can give it to Rhett Reisdorf, but we are going to do it tonight. Rhett Reisdorf, our Deemer's Glass Man of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass.
Well, you probably didn't get that all year.
Well, that's true. And the thing is that there's so many players that were deserving of it tonight. It's really tough to call.
Yeah.
But Rhett Reisdorf, our Deemer's Glass Man of the game, brought to you by Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Call 1-888-GLASS-MAN. That's Deemer's Glass in Lakeside. Time now for our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game, brought to you by the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store. Don't forget, the best selection of hiking, hunting, camping, and fishing gear, you find it out at the Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, south of Pine Top on Highway 260, right-hand side of the road, just before you get to the Honda Resort and Casino. And I think that there's certainly some clear leaders in this. DeJossa was a kid that we talked about for player of the game honors, and certainly had some moments in the game where he was that type of a player.
Yes, he was, and the freshman with lots of a lot of years ahead of him is going to certainly probably get a lot of those honors, I imagine. But I think we're going to go with the number 40, the 5'11" junior Ricardo Villanueva. He started the game. He finishes the game. I don't know if you noticed, even towards the end of the game when subs are coming in, he's still in the game.
Right.
And so somebody who, he was probably the high point. He was the high point leader for the Bulldogs today, and I'm going to give it to him.
Led all scorers with 18. Ricardo Villanueva, the 5'11" junior, who averages 13.9 points per game, had a big game tonight with 18. We mentioned him as a key player of the game, and he comes up big for the Bulldogs, especially in the second half. And he's a guy that does it quietly. He just brings his lunch bell and gets the job done. There's no flash. He just takes care of business. So a game high 18 for Villanueva, and he's our Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store player of the game. Want to make mention, though, Trent Williams was in the running of that honor as well. Although he didn't do great from the field tonight, he had 2 3-pointers and a multiple set of free throws. Went 6 of 8 from the free throw line, got 12 points and led all Cougar scorers with 12. So that's hats off to him on a terrific effort. And of course, Williams is the future for the Cougars, as he's just a junior. He'll be back next year. So we'll look forward to watching him next year. 50-32 is the final here tonight. The Winslow Bulldogs over the Cougars of Show Low High School. We want to thank our entire crew tonight. Stephanie Fargoso, our director and video technician, Marcus Kokenauer, our audio
This has been Show Low Ford's presentation of high school basketball on iTalk 106.7, KNKI Pine Top, and iTalk1067.com. High school basketball is also brought to you in part by Northland Pioneer College, Ace Hardware of the White Mountains, Black Diamond Auto Glass, Sunrise Park Resort, Honda Outdoor Ski and Sports Store, Deemer's Glass, Feeler Orthodontics, Summit Regional Medical Center, Octopus Car Wash, Native Grill and Wings, and Mountain Mobile Auto Glass. This broadcast has been a copyrighted production of iTalk 106.7 and Country Mountain Airwaves, a Kopnicki communication station. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or use of this broadcast without expressed written consent of iTalk 106.7 or Country Mountain Airwaves is strictly prohibited. For more information on this game and other games around the region, go to iTalk1067.com.